a shoulder full of that ripple. I'm watching it dangle like a past participle. Mix my ripple with mo for sham pimple. Take his spring water hits us a mid-pine thistle. That good green that'll wet your whistle. Hey, smoke got food, don't be pulling your pistol. And get your girl hit with my master struck missile. See chewing out the frame like a brand new pistol. Sunk a jawbone down to the marrow and gristle. Full facial blow bubbles and rub it on your pimples. She left the hotel smelling like a sack of hot crystals. And pistol smoke, it's one for broke. Then I put it in her throat and she burped and choked. Should've told you how chunky it was. Go and get your girlfriend so she can help you out. Scream it out now. It ain't easy, man. Claim fame. Oh God, put me in the game. I'll be a man amongst boys forever, living life like a grown man. A grown man.
Alright, there we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, my ass all on the screen.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't tell me.
I wasn't looking.
Could have went to a cut scene or something.
I wasn't looking, and I wasn't looked if it even if it was there. So
Exactly.
it's alright.
We just gotta edit. We gotta put like some music on it. Like,
Yeah.
it's your thing. Do what you wanna do.
What's up, Direct Edition attendees? It's your boy, the Robot Barbie. T1 will bring you a fresh, heaping hot plate of the Direct Edition. We get the latest news in comics, video games, collectibles, and related movies with just a
tick's toenail
of anime thrown in for good measure. Of course, we got the Forever Squad in the building. What's up, fellas?
What's up? What's up? It's been a while. Too long. Should have left you. I got some little nieces and nephews.
Mad Wicked in the house.
What's up? Hello?
He usually goes last. Or he waiting for me to
Mad Wicked.
It's been a while.
Mad Wicked in the house.
Oh, he's pointing to you.
And Master Jushin.
Fusion!
Was that the tick's toenail anime thrown in there?
That's what it was.
Oh. So what's up, fellas? It's been a while.
It's been a long time, man.
Just long.
Life, you know. Hopefully, we got a couple people tuned in.
Life has been good to
I
us.
hope somebody's like, who is this?
Who are these guys?
I haven't finished sharing it yet, so on all the message boards.
I even got an idea. I don't know. It's been a while since I rocked the full grown goatee, so I've been lazy.
I know you got the porn stash going on over
I
there.
certainly do. Jericho Gold is almost in full effect. Almost in full effect. Just why I'm working with Wicked to get into the. Oh, y'all there in them streets, Jericho Gold.
Run around with Speedo all the time and stuff. I'm like, okay.
He created a monster.
Do your damn thing.
Jericho Gold. If you haven't tuned in before, thanks for watching. Usually we start off with some nerd kapoops. I have a metric ton of nerd kapoops.
I bet you do. It's been a long time, so we probably got a
I don't know if we want to go through them all.
I say we,
because we have been talking about like doing just a separate show just to knock out all the nerd kapoops that's been going on.
I say we do a ration a bit and then we just do the rest on a separate show.
Just give them a little taste.
Just a little taste. Well, as you said, the what toe?
The tick's toenail.
Tick's toenail.
The ticks give him a tick's toenail taste. A tick's toenail taste of nerd caboose.
Say that 3 times fast.
Tick's toenail taste. Tick's toenail taste.
Take a breath. If you pass out on the show, doing something Juju said, dude.
You know he'll never let you live that down.
I was trying to do some juice.
I was rolling in the back of the. He's like, tick's toenail.
Because it's been a while. Don't forget that you should miss still work sometimes.
Okay. So if you pass out, in other words, he's gonna spray you.
You better not let him spray you. Your ass sitting right here, and I wake up in some damn juicy mess.
First thing you gonna do is look at me.
I ain't gonna fight you. I'm pulling the damn Diamondback from Luke Cage.
Your ass gonna get set up.
I'm just taking a rocket launcher to that.
Oh man.
Okay. I'm gonna go with I'm just gonna go with the top 3.
Yeah, that sounds good. Give us three of them there right now. No one does.
The first one is the owner of the world's biggest Star Wars collection was robbed
Oh man.
by his best friend.
Put a hit out on that motherfucker. Sorry. It's personal Star Wars.
Yeah, I guess.
Put a bounty. Call a job and put a bounty on his motherfucking ass.
That's crazy.
Get Boba Fett to bring his
But
ass
I'm not
back.
surprised and stuff. I mean, for somebody, I'm quite sure he doesn't have like posted on the outside of his house. I have the world's biggest Star Wars collection. It sounds like something that would be an inside job.
It always is.
The second one is angry players petition Ubisoft to make Far Cry 5 less anti-American.
Wait, are they? They just did 3, didn't they?
No, 4. They just did 4.
4. They're trying to make.
They released
5.
a trailer for 5.
They're trying to make 5 less anti-American.
They angry players petitioned Ubisoft to make Far Cry 5 less anti-American. So they're petitioning Ubisoft. They're saying the trailer for Far Cry 5 makes it anti-American, and they want it to be less.
You know what makes it anti-American? Voting Donald Trump into the fucking White House. That made it
There we go.
anti-American.
We haven't even made it.
Not put politics on this show.
You're right. I'm just saying, it's
especially of all politics.
Stupidity is running rampant in the streets nowadays.
There go our last 3 viewers. And the third one is there was a gunman at Phoenix Comic Con. He claimed to be the Punisher, and he was targeting Jason David Frank.
The original Green Ranger. I heard this one.
Yeah, I heard about that too. I remember seeing that in the news.
Oh, since we heard about that one, let's take that one first.
Let's go first.
It was a while back. He was arrested for sneaking into Phoenix Comic Con with a collection of guns and other weapons, saying he wanted to hurt lawful enforcement. More details emerged and paint a disturbing picture about the incident, including a vendetta against one of the Power Rangers.
What did Tommy ever do to you?
Does he know this guy personally, or he just hates the
doesn't
character
know
on the show?
He does not know him personally.
Jason
It
David
seems
Frank
like
is
the guy had a bit of a mental problem. 31-year-old Matthew Sterling told police he was targeting bad police officers because he was the real life version of the Punisher.
So what was his reason for targeting the Green Ranger? Because he had been evil at one point?
Sterling told police he was aware that real weapons were banned from the con, but said the rule didn't apply to him because as he previously claimed, he was the Punisher.
The Punisher's my boy.
Jokes aside,
So
hope he gets his help because that boy is disturbed.
Yeah, police said he offered numerous fantastical stories to detectives,
Fantastical.
including.
He said fantastical. That's damn near like fantastical.
Like magic and a musical and fantastic at the same fantastic.
Dinner in the show.
Including saying he wanted to kill Aphrodite officers.
Got me there. I don't know what the hell Aphrodite is, other than that comic book girl.
It's like I've heard of the name. I didn't know she had offices.
Sterling also claimed he had a vendetta against a celebrity who was making an appearance at Phoenix Comic Con, which was later determined to be Mighty Morphin Power Ranger star Jason David Frank, who played the Green Ranger, as we know. They found a message on Sterling's calendar for May 25th, the day of the attack, that said, "Kill JDF."
He had his initials.
Jermaine Dupri Fred.
So, and because of that, I did hear that all weapons, props, and otherwise were banned from Phoenix Comic Con. I mean,
Ruined it for everybody else.
yeah, good thing they did manage to stop him.
Well,
But
I heard that he was basically a friend of his knew about it, and she basically told the cops, and that's what stopped. Because she knew he was trying to get the time.
see, now I want to know how long you've known about it, because if you don't just find out somebody has a mental illness, if you know them. I mean, if you're a friend, you don't just find out that somebody has a mental illness.
Well,
if you as much as a friend as you say you are.
not saying he had a mental illness, but she found out that.
Come on, wait a minute now. What was the word, Wicked?
Fantastic.
Fantastical. He told detectives several fantastical stories.
Maybe she thought he was just taking fake guns, and she found out he had real weapons, and that's when she get,
She's probably cleaning up the room. It's like, he left all this. Boom! Throw a gun in the corner and just went, oh, shit, this motherfucker's fantastically serious. Fantastically delicious.
This shit is real.
Yeah. Pablo? Yeah. It's Charlotte. My friend.
It's crazy as hell. So, and after the incident occurred, they arrested him. Like Jusha said, hopefully he gets the help that he needs. And even Jason David Frank adding fuel to the fire. He gonna whoop his ass for real when he get out of jail.
That's what he said.
He released a video thanking the police for their quick and great work in apprehending the guy, and he was telling people don't let this stop them from coming to the Comic Con.
Yeah, true. Because I mean, that's one thing for us, coming from the spectrum side and stuff. It's a vacation. It's a getaway. It's a chance to meet your favorite artists, your favorite celebrities.
Spider. I'm trying to get
First of all, I don't think it's a spider because you went to kill it.
because it was small.
It
was tiny. And I figured if I could get it now.
First of all,
if I could get it now before it got bigger.
He ain't gonna grow up. You damn Anakin Skywalker.
Where's Padme?
Killing them kids when they're young.
Yes.
Yeah. Get them Padawans now. Get them out the picture. Padawans be Patagon.
Dead Padawans, a dead Jedi later.
So the nerd kapoop in that one, I gotta say, will go to.
You would think he could bring real guns to a fucking convention. I don't care what.
He told police he knew the guns were banned, that real weapons were banned from the convention.
And he still brought them.
That don't apply to me though. That's what he said. That don't apply to me. Because I'm the Punisher.
Yeah, his dumbass for telling such fantastical tales.
So the angry players petitioned Ubisoft to make Far Cry 5 less anti-American.
Maybe I need to see this trailer.
It did kind of seem. I don't know. I haven't played any of the other Far Cries, so I'm not sure how to judge it.
I've seen them.
Or who the villain is in these Far Cries. So, but Ubisoft made waves with the recent reveal of Far Cry 5, which broke from the series' tradition of exotic locales to take place in rural Montana, centered around a white Christian cult that has taken up arms against the U.S. government. While many have praised the provocative setting and heretofore rarely addressed theme, for one group of disgruntled gamers, enough is enough. Group calling themselves Gamers United has set up a...
Put us in that shit. Do not put us in that shit.
We do not want to be affiliated with y'all.
You need to give yourself a fucking number, put an A or a Q at the end. That shit do not for Gamers United. No. We're gamers.
We do not stand united behind that shit.
So they set up a change.org petition directed at Ubisoft
Look like they stole their vehicles from the fucking
to change elements of the game so that it is less didactic and anti-American. We've sat through this is what they said. We've sat through your multicultural lectures and your preachy games aimed at degenerates and what is that? MISC? That didn't go long, did it?
Shit.
You're degenerates. I'm just gonna leave it at that. We've tolerated in the name
Now
of
I wanna know what
gameplay,
this word
design,
is.
and innovation, but no more. Far Cry 5 is an insult to your fan base, the Americans who make up the majority of your customers, and it is time you woke up to that fact. Change this or cancel it. Now, Ubisoft is based out of France,
Right.
and they're saying that the Americans make up the majority of their customers. I'm not sure that's entirely true.
That's why that car looks familiar, those vehicles, because it's the same company that made Wildland. Bear was chasing his ass, boy. Just gonna get him.
The petitioners went on to say various injustices which they are fed up with include the targeted harassment by the mainstream press through Gamergate, deceitful marketing practices, censorship, the dilution and appropriation of gamer culture on Twitter, and the continued rejection of romantic partners when they find out our hobby.
Wait, say that last part again.
That's fucking funny.
Is he blaming? Wait, say that last part again.
Which last part? Just the last sentence?
Yeah.
The continued
Part that made
rejection
you laugh.
of romantic partners when they find out our hobby.
That's not you. First of all, a hobby is completely by choice. Nobody
right.
forces you upon a hobby.
True.
You don't wake up in the morning and dip your hand in the hobby jar and stuff and see what you're gonna be doing for the next couple of years.
You right?
It's your fucking hobby. If you want to play a game, and secondly, you must be obviously pursuing the wrong. I don't know
Girls,
whatever. Yes,
females.
girls or whatever it is that your flavor. You're pursuing the wrong ones who aren't into that
Who are
particular
into
thing.
your hobby, exactly.
Exactly. It's like, it's like, I love meat. I love, eating whether it's chitlins, turkey necks, chicken, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
And stuff like that. I don't think I'm going to particularly take a girl who's a strict vegetarian.
Or vegan.
Yeah, it's like, and nothing against vegans and stuff, but you know what? I need to eat an animal every now and then.
I gotta have blood in my mouth.
I need to eat some animals now and then. And stuff. And that's just,
I
there's
agree
nothing
with
wrong
it.
with that. But yeah, you need the, obviously, I'm quite sure there's some gamer dating thing, or, some.
There are actually gamer
But
dating.
here's the thing.
There's a gamer
Unless you
dating
know
site.
they're a gamer, don't lead off with, "Oh, I'm a gamer." That
Yeah, let them work their way.
Conversate, bitches.
Action figures and shit I got, I'll let that 500 Batman. No, I don't
No.
leave the
She
story
won't
with that.
leave.
Stuff.
Forget talking to her ever
You
again.
need to ease that in there.
There is a gamer dating site,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a
Third side.
site that you can pay women to game with you.
Wait, what?
You can pay women to game with you.
Oh Lord!
Just strictly females.
And somebody pays that shit. For
You
this
can't
shit.
see them.
You know what?
Catfish.
I mean, but you can hear them,
Smart.
and they are women.
Guys can sound like girls.
Yeah, that's true. There's some talented voice actors out there.
Some sopranos out there. I know my voice has gotten a little bit high sometimes.
This motherfucker. But
I'm watching these trailers for this thing. I'm like, really? It's just a game. I mean, we act like, don't act all high and mighty. We all know America's got rogue groups within the country that state that they want, that they see that they're far cry from the government themselves. They're dissident organizations. Don't act like we don't have them, like they don't exist. It's just a fictional tale about one that took over a town.
The same thing happened with Ubisoft when they released Wildlands.
Exactly. It was a fictional tale about a drug cartel taking over a country. I don't see this any different than Wildlands.
And then Bolivia wanted to sue Wildlands for that.
See, and this is just that same type. They just get upset because they're getting a butthurt because now it's us. You know what? The Vietnamese didn't want to be in the last one of the recent Bond films because they were tired of being portrayed as the villains. So they're like, no, can't come over here. Not filming a war with the Vietnamese as villains.
and this goes back to one of our old mottos where somebody just needs to sit down, shut the fuck up, and enjoy the fucking movie.
Thank you. Play the fucking game or don't play it.
We've seen throughout our nerd years some pretty, very, very, very high intense ignorance.
Yes.
From all sorts of spectrum.
Oh yeah.
From the people going insane, the fact that Miles Morales was the new Spider-Man, to cosplay, to the Force Awakens.
Yeah.
It's like
they take it to the extreme.
Sit y'all's ass down and it just goes crazy. If you don't like it, just don't go there.
Yeah.
Just don't go there. But don't try to bring the fucking world to your side. Don't try to bring up Team You with your bullshit and stuff that ain't gonna do any fun. I'm not a big fan of the fucking sun, but you don't see me down a bunch of motherfuckers trying to get rid of the bitch.
You know what? I'm tired of that fucking ball of light. I'm gonna blow that bitch up.
I'm gonna build a ladder. And it's like,
He on that Gaston kick. Let's kill the beast.
It's like, it's just silly. It's like, you know what? You know what that means? The beach ain't for me.
That's all it means.
During the day, the beach ain't. So I just don't go.
I go at night or when it rains.
Yep.
It's like I'm not a fan of the fucking
I
sun,
love
but you don't
watching
see
the
me.
storm from the beach.
I'm not a fan of the sun either.
They gotta get them up. Damn in the sun. But it's just silly. It's more waste of human brain cells.
It really is.
Getting mad over something. It's like, so what? Then don't play the game.
Exactly.
Don't play the game.
Don't vote with your dollar.
Yeah, exactly. Don't play the game. You know what? It took me a while to find out Call of Duty turns me into the fucking devil.
A while.
Yes.
We saw it.
It took them about 2-3 incarnations.
The first game we saw it was like
It turns me into the devil.
that's a different kind of wicked.
Yeah,
You knew
so
he was wicked.
Wick he's such a nice and encouraging fellow. He's such a wholesome dude. You get him to play Call of Duty, he turns into the goddamn devil. Way.
Whole nother new demon.
Speaking of Call of Duty, you gonna get World War?
Probably not.
You know how
Honestly,
don't even ask.
I really can't remember the last Call of Duty. It might have been Black Ops.
Yeah.
First one.
Modern Warfare 3 for me, I think it was.
The last one you played? Yeah.
It's been a long, I didn't play the one where you're running along the side of the thing. I think I played it a little bit at, the worst house.
3.
But,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just lost my appeal for it and stuff, and it turned me into the devil.
It just seemed like that whole Call of Duty community was real toxic. So I don't think it was just you. I mean, me being introduced into it because everyone else was playing. So I was like, let me jump on there with the fellas and get into some multiplayer action. And every room we went into, there's
a bunch of negativity.
Yeah, I would say if we played 5 games, 3 of them was somebody talking shit,
being racist,
or just over conceited at their gameplay, and then get pissed when they lose.
Yeah, I mean.
So, and don't get me wrong. There was those 2 other games that was just like win or lose, everybody be like, "Good game, guys, good game."
Yeah.
But it wasn't enough of that. So I was just kind of like, I'm off. I ain't
You
playing
look
this
at it,
anymore.
it goes back. I remember hearing stuff like that on Halo 2.
Yeah.
It's just the gaming world, and you like you said, you have some people, good game and everything like that, and then you have some people who's like, y'all know me, we're in the lobby, we're on the same team. Yeah, I'm probably saying a bunch of stuff that I probably really shouldn't be
This is
saying.
about to roll through you motherfuckers. I hope y'all brought y'all Tic Tacs.
Gotcha. That would be so sweet of me to say that right there and stuff. And most of the time, I just kept quiet. Now, now I do my jokes and stuff, except for Les Love, wherever you are at.
Les Love. We always gonna remember Les Love.
Y'all remember Les Love. That's one person who I let have it. He probably dreams about me still today.
Find out who that is.
I used to have nightmares about going into the damn dark zone and fucking.
Oh yeah, the Division.
Oh my God.
I still actually haven't
we
played
get
it in
together.
so
We be
long.
like, director, this about to go into the dark zone, and we step right into that motherfucker. We step into a hail of fucking bullets. Like, god damn.
We could be like, there's rogues over there. Why are you whispering? Where did Wicked go?
They can't hear you.
Where's Wicked? Anybody see Wicked?
We getting gunned down. He's sprinting up, bros. He gone. Wicked gone. Wicked's like, I hope you got his go fast.
Somebody has to live to tell the tale.
It's like, I hope you got your lotto song.
That's the only cue you got. There are rogues over there.
Pew.
Like the damn Flash.
It was, and that was like, I still, although I haven't played it in so long, I still love the Division game. But when you go into the Dark Zone, and even, like I said, and I've said it on the stream before, even Time Magazine or Forbes and stuff had the Division how such a good game, but what destroyed the game was the Dark Zone.
Dark Zone.
Well, it was just horrible. And then, you would hear everything in the Dark Zone.
Yeah.
I mean, once you're close to somebody, you can actually hear their mic and everything, and it was crazy. So, just particular stuff, you just steer away from it. And, if they change it up, so what? But, everybody doesn't have that mindset for that.
Yeah.
They can't take that change or be interested in the fact that things are going to be a little different this time around.
Yeah.
Some people aren't built like that.
So Nerd Kaput goes to whoever's the Gamers United who's putting this petition together. But from what petition.org is, if they get so many signatures, they end up sending it to Ubisoft anyway. And I think they only wanted 200 for them to send their complaint to the game about Far Cry 5. So I'm sure Ubisoft is gonna get it. Whether they do anything with it remains to be seen. If I was them, I'd just throw that shit in the trash.
I doubt they do anything. I mean, they've invested so much money in this
Yeah.
game. They're not going to change the story all of a sudden.
Over 200 signatures.
No.
Yeah.
Check us on YouTube, sir.
See what?
Care Bear said we're frozen on YouTube.
Uh-oh. Do I have YouTube up? I did. Yeah. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Oh, no, it's okay. She said it's unfrozen.
Okay.
Something was going on. She said it was lagging over there. Good.
Okay.
All right. So
That's
the third and final.
Third and final one is the Star Wars. Owner of world's biggest Star Wars collection was robbed about his best friend. Owner of the world's largest Star Wars memorabilia collection is desperately trying to recover 100 items that were stolen from his extensive catalog.
Kill him, motherfucker.
Steve Sansweet. I thought it was two S's.
Sansweet.
I thought it was two S's. It's one. Steve Sansweet was allegedly betrayed by close friend Carl Edward. And I know who you are, or where you at too.
What was his last name?
Cunningham. Carl Edward.
Can't trust his ass. His Cunningham is in the last name.
Why they put all three names on there when they talking about the bad guy? Y'all ever notice that in news articles? Sometimes they just put what was it? It was like all serial killers had 3 names, all mass murderers had 4 or something. Never mind.
Bobby Ray Vaughan. Something like that, yeah.
Lee Harvey Oswald,
They go by the whole
Carl
name.
Edward Cunningham. He's accused of pilfering $200,000 worth of memorabilia between 2015 and 2016.
You just found out? You've been doing this shit for a year, taking a figure a day, a couple figures a day?
Shit that he hasn't looked at and all. Man, he probably spread this shit around the world too.
Well, Steve Sansweet is the owner of the Rancho Obi-Wan Museum.
Oh, I kind of figured that's what it was.
Petaluma, California.
We saw that display just this past few months ago when we went to go Star Wars Celebration. I went in there and I said that was that one. I said that's the exhibit I wanted to go see. The Rancho, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that, man.
Okay, yeah.
I said.
So that means he had shit from the first movie, very first movie.
He had a whole bunch of shit from the first movie, and him and his sister, whole bunch of shit. Like we're talking bedspreads, cups, all the memorabilia today came out, marketing stuff that came out at the time.
Damn.
From 1970s.
Yeah.
Come on.
And I mean, and some of the actual props from the movie he had too, and I think it was going to be destroyed, and he saved them to put them in the museum.
Yeah.
So that was very cool. I know who you're talking about now. He's trying to get back the rare and important pieces. He thinks Cunningham sold them off. So he's trying to put a collection, a list together,
man.
so people won't buy them because
We didn't
it's
have
stolen
that list
property.
together already.
They already got them though.
They should have. He was like, he said he expressed his devastation. He's have known Carl for many years, considered him a good and trusted friend, played host to him at my home numerous times. I and the staff at Rancho Obi-Wan are devastated that he is the alleged perpetrator of the thefts. Cunningham, his fellow Star Wars collector, has known Sansweet for more than 20 years. He was arrested and charged with felony grand theft.
I'd have to bleed you dry.
Hey, yo, I keep you fucking locked up someplace and torture your ass every day.
Flip your ass upside down, hang you by
Let
your
somebody
toes.
try to take jitsu.
Your big ass toes too. You had to go wake up, find yourself hanging like Django, naked. What the fuck's going on? Get your balls off.
Cunningham was released on $25,000 bail.
Balls off.
We can, you see me trying to move on, but you want to keep going back.
Balls off. Cut your balls off. Balls
We're not gonna remix that.
I love it.
He is trying to move on.
Even the actors got into it. Mark Hamill and Peter Mayhew posted with Hamill asking for a list of stolen items to protect potential victims from purchasing, and Mayhew just saying this is despicable. Keep an eye out. Get the word out. So Nerd Kapoop goes to Cunningham, Carl Edward Cunningham.
Yeah, because they probably see him at every celebration.
So if you see Cunningham, just walk up and slap the shit out of him.
See you in the streets, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Tell him that's from the direct edition. 20 years.
Drip dry.
Put a bounty on him. I'll find his ass.
Balls off.
Alright, Nerd Kapoops are done. We did a 3. We're gonna have to go back and do like a just to get rid of all the Nerd Kapoops. There's some good ones in there. Like the police were using the Punisher symbol, but they didn't know what it was for.
They were using it, but they didn't know.
They had it like detailed on all their cars and stuff.
Jackasses.
Yeah,
They just thought it was a cool looking skull. Huh?
I guess.
We just gonna bust a bunch of asses.
Speaking of which, I think I had a Punisher shirt in it. What did it?
I think you did. Actually, I think you
I-
did. I think it was in one of the boxes. No, maybe.
It may be in that bag. But anyways, Nerd Kapoops. Nerd Kapoops. Nerdgasms.
Man, it's been so fucking
It's
long.
been a long time.
Shh. Immediate.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
We saw Wonder Woman.
Alien.
You seen Wonder Woman yet?
Not yet. I'm gonna probably try to make it to this weekend too.
This weekend? Well, we gonna ruin it for you tonight.
Go ahead.
Just FYI.
They don't mind. I don't mind.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
If you haven't seen Wonder Woman, we'll keep it to the end.
Okay.
What comics came out?
They've been talking about Secret Empire.
Everybody's talking about Secret Empire. I really don't. I read it. I actually picked it up and read it because I didn't want to have an opinion on it without reading it first. And I really don't see why everybody's upset. Because I feel like I know in the end,
What's gonna happen?
it's going to revert back to Captain America being good.
Because he picked up the hammer of Thor. That basically gave it off.
Well, it wasn't just that. It was in that first issue, he picked up the hammer of Thor.
Right.
The second issue, Rick Jones died getting the word out to the rest of the remaining rebellion, the heroes.
Right. That he was being
Saying
controlled.
that it was the Cosmic Cube that changed him and controlled him, and if they can find the fragments, they can rewrite the history.
Right.
So Stark created a device, and they went out in search of the Cosmic Cubes, the fragments. Black Widow said, "I had enough. You know, how many people have we lost? Because apparently Hydra's been putting out all kinds of word that
Propaganda.
maybe he's an LMD, and they show up to investigate, and then they start killing the heroes. Maybe he's a Skrull. They go investigate, and they start killing the heroes. So this has
Smart.
been going on for a long time, and they've been whittling down the resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like,
Is
enough
another
is enough. it's another plot. We just need to kill him. Point blank, be done with it.
Get him, Widow.
So that's where she stands.
Damn, Natasha.
You know, Hawkeye tried to talk her out of it, and
Shot her
she
ass
was
in the
like,
head.
you know me better than that. You're not gonna be able to talk me out of it.
Sure.
And they shared their little passionate kiss, and he was like, you know, I thought you were gonna pull the old, lipstick
Poison.
the lipstick poison to knock me out. And she was like, I have too much respect for you to do that.
She knocked
and
his ass
punched
out.
the shit out of him. So I thought the whole thing was going to be resolved with the Cosmic Cubes, but at the end of issue 2, Steve Rogers shows up.
Wait, what?
Steve Rogers shows up. There's a woman running through the woods being attacked by the Serpent Society, I think. And this guy, blonde beard, blonde hair, torn clothes, steps in and he saves her. And she asked, what are you doing out here? And he's like, ma'am, I don't know. I just woke up out here. I'm trying to get home. My name is Steve Rogers.
They used to separate Captain America from Steve Rogers because it was Steve Rogers who was all American, who always chose to do what he did. But if he just made Captain America a soldier,
So, and in the third issue, they touched a little bit because it was a threefold plan. All of the powerful heroes, they say there was a Chitauri attack in outer space. So Captain Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy, all of them went out into space to protect Earth. SHIELD came up with a global defense device that shields the Earth from attack. So while they were out there, they got that activated.
and locked their asses out.
Locked their ass out. All the other heroes, they said there was an attack in New York City. So all the heroes went to New York City, and this all happened at the same time. The attack in space, the attack on New York City, and there was the third attack that I can't remember. It was a three-pronged plan. So all the other cities, when they went into New York, they sealed New York off in the Darkhold bubble. So all of them are trapped in New York, and it's pretty much literally like hell on earth. And the only person that's keeping it light is Dazzler. She's at the top of the Empire State Building and like lighting the entire city. And she's being drained because first she was saying that she could do it like 10, 12 hours a day, but now it's draining her so much she's only down to 4. They only get like 4 hours of light.
Because she absorbs sound to a great light, doesn't she?
That's not Dazzler. I'm sorry. Dagger.
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 Okay.
Not Dazzler. Dagger.
Okay.
Like Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's the one that's lighting New York City.
All I got is 0.
It's good.
I'm such a punk.
So, but then at the end of 3, Wicked, your boy, show
Hell
up.
yeah. Which means I'm all for hype.
He probably will end up killing Captain
So
America.
it's not a bad story, but what I've noticed about after reading several of these big
These big stories.
big summary events that Marvel does is that each one leads into the next one, and it's a continuous thing. So it's going to be a good story. Marvel always tells a good story, but they're going to fizzle in the end. They're going to shit the bed at the end.
They always do.
Yeah,
They
Did
always
you say shit the bed?
yeah, they're going to shit the bed at the end of the story.
who just
Not even
let
wet
this
the bed.
big turd
You're
just
gonna be
sitting
sitting
right
there
there.
Oh shit.
Ew.
You don't even get up.
I can
You
feel
know
it.
something.
I can feel it between my legs. It's warm.
It starts off that way.
I was dreaming about using the bathroom, so it was a trap.
It's a big ass
It
load.
starts
too.
off warm. After that, it's not warm anymore. So I'm really not understanding why everybody's pissed off.
Sup,
about
Smiles?
Hydra Cap. I don't know why everybody's pissed off about Hydra Cap because in the end, it's gonna be returned.
We'll see. In the meantime, let's have fun being evil.
We know Wicked all about the villains.
Yes.
No doubt, no doubt.
Anything else? I got a backlog of comics I need to catch up on.
So many comics, a lot of good stuff. On one comic, nice little independent one. I think it's about Skybound, called Redneck. Have y'all heard about that one?
No.
It sounds familiar.
It's been another little indie one that's been selling out and everything, and it's kind of like just like these, little country town and stuff, and some of the guys happen to be vampires. And, one of them's, they've been around for a while.
Yeah.
And everything. And the youngest ones out of the pack, when I say young, they're like 60 years old, but they're considered, the vampires consider them babies and stuff. But they're young,
compared to how old
reckless
the other ones are
and stuff. And they went in town for some fun, and they got rowdy, and their uncle had to go in town and get them, and they ran into somebody who knew they were vampires. Then at the end of issue number 1, like the guy uncle who went to go get him, he wakes up on the floor, and like one of the other father who was there at the thing, he's like, "What did you do?" And then he looks out on the porch, and one of the youngins that went out there is hanging from a tree on fire in the sunlight.
Now that you mention it, I think I read like a preview of that in one of the Image, like their preview books that they released. I started getting them because in the back they were telling the origin of Negan.
Yeah.
They were only supposed to do 12 issues, but it ended up being more than that. So and I think I read like a preview to Redneck in one of those.
Yeah.
So that's probably why it sounds familiar to me.
So
this
Well,
one. Go ahead.
okay.
I was gonna say, there's just so many good between that. You got Extremity, you got Reborn, there's so many great independent books out right now.
I just stay with the mainstream, DC, the Green Batman and the Green Lantern. The Green Lanterns and Batman apparently proposed to Catwoman.
I was gonna say,
I
speaking
heard
of
about
which,
that. I need to go get that book.
speaking of which,
I was like, I would have told y'all sooner, but I haven't picked up my stash yet because I know it's waiting for me. So I gotta get that.
I saw it like on TV or the
yeah,
or news
USA
or Yahoo.
Today released it on Tuesday before the issue came out. So.
In case none of y'all know, that Batman proposed to Catwoman.
Yeah.
That kid is gonna be sipping milk out of a saucer.
Shoot, what kid? You talking about kid? How Damien gonna feel about that?
Damien will be fine.
And
Otherwise, okay.
and also in Darth Vader #1, they said where red lightsabers come from. Did you read that?
In Darth Vader #1.
Yeah.
Was that a
It
new
just came
book?
out like Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
I haven't read that yet. I haven't picked it up yet.
They revealed where red lightsabers come from because apparently it takes place in
Strawberry Shortcake.
red lightsabers
On
come
her
from
rag,
Strawberry
she
Shortcake.
just pulls it out. There it is.
That's your boy. I don't know why you looking at me. That's your boy. Tomax and Zaymont.
He's owning up to it this week. See, he's just throwing it
Where
out.
do red lightsabers really come from?
I was gonna ask that, but I'm too busy laughing.
Nasty fuck.
Well, Emperor Palpatine explained to Vader that the Kyber crystals are somewhat alive, and when you use the dark side of the Force to pour your rage into them, it makes them bleed. So he was close.
Both of y'all nasty. I thought it, but you said it.
You know what though is since Disney has taken over and revamped the Star Wars expanded universe, they've changed a lot of things.
They have.
Because originally in the expanding universe, the lightsabers, the crystals that they used for their lightsabers were artificial crystals.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they were red. But then they changed it, and now they said that all the saber, because there were multiple crystals that the Jedi could use, which resulted in multiple colors of their lightsabers. So now they changed it, saying you can only use kyber crystals, which are in tune with the Force, so that they can use to create. But they also, the Empire is also using them to power their turbo lasers in their Star Destroyers.
The Star Destroyers,
So-
their death weapons. They're planet killers.
So
Okay.
it's
Cheap
very-
crystals, great values crystals.
I was wondering where they were gonna go with that when they started saying it, because I was like, I knew they had something in mind. I'm just waiting for them to do something to blow my mind away other than Rogue One. I'm like, I haven't read any of the. I've read Thrawn, but that's the only book of the new universe. I read the first one, Aftermath. I wasn't impressed, so I've just been holding off, waiting until they come up with something else that I could maybe will surprise me. Thrawn was good. It told how Grand Admiral Thrawn was found and then how he was brought into the Empire, how the Empire, and how he convinced the Emperor to allow him to join the Imperial Navy, and then how he rose through the ranks. And he rose the rank quick.
Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Yep.
So collectibles. Anybody picked up any? I know Wiki. When y'all went down to MegaCon, I saw your spread.
Wiki came back every day with a bag full of goodies.
You put that post on Instagram. I saw your spread that you picked up.
Bag of goodies in each hand.
That was between me and Care Bear. That was actually a lot of that stuff was on sale. We got like $50 and $1 boxes and stuff. And that was, I guess I could say that was a nice good nerdgasm since I missed it last year. It was just going back to MegaCon. Of course, being there with the crew and stuff. Sorry, next year mobile and stuff. Really wish.
Yeah.
It's always weird when one of us is in there.
Yeah. We're gonna definitely have to rock it out next year.
Oh yeah.
Weird.
And it was just like it was good just seeing some artists and I think seeing honestly some of the cool artists who are just cool down to earth, and I appreciate their their realism is Chad Hardwick and John Boy Myers. Those guys are just cool, real, funny. And it was just great seeing, talking with them, taking pictures with them, just laughing, joking around, and getting a couple things CGC'd, and it was just, we get there, and me and Care Bear, we will go through.
Yes, we know.
We will go, but I found some gems, man. Like if you go to eBay right now, Adam Hughes did a Thor cover. Yep, that's it, a Thor cover, and. Bro, it goes on eBay like $55, $60 for the Adam Hughes Thor cover. Bro, I bought that shit for $2 at MegaCon.
There you go. That's how you find them gems.
Yeah, I got that shit.
What's this back here? What's those 3 Funko Pops you picked up back there?
Let's see.
I see you got the bombshell Black Canary.
Yes, I've been wanting that for years. I got the Black Panther Legends figure.
Okay, yeah.
And let's see, the Funkos, I got a Taskmaster.
And didn't you get that jaw, lockjaw?
Oh, Trapjaw.
Trapjaw.
Masters of the Universe Trapjaw.
Because when I saw this, I said, "Damn."
Shit. When he came, when that front door opened up and he came back, they looked like kids in a candy store, boys, like giggling and shit, running upstairs.
But yeah, a lot of that stuff is just on sale, man. It's just about me. I will go through all the 50-cent comics and dollar comics until
he finds
it looks like a ton of money, but honestly, it's just some good stuff. And I was on the hunt for a couple Adam Hughes covers. And Adam Hughes' stuff can cost a lot of money, so that Thor cover to get that for $2. I want to say that's probably like the big gold for me there. And he did Wonder Woman number 140, I believe. It's the cover with Wonder Woman and Superman by Adam Hughes, and they're hugging each other. It always goes for a lot of money, but I got it for like $10 there. It's kind of cheap. So the rest.
I saw a lot of variants, but I think variants are killing the industry.
They are. Yeah. There's a big. I know boy Jeezy was talking about it's the diversity in the women's sales, but I sent them an article, and I forwarded it to y'all too. It was a guy who went over a lot of the stuff that the 2 major publishers, Marvel and DC, are practicing. That's certainly killing the industry, and I mean, one of them is having that direct market. Is because the direct market is the direct market with no refund policy. Mm-hmm. So you're forcing them to
purchase at face value,
to really look at what they're going to buy, because if something is damaged or they order too many, they're not going to be able to return them. Mm-hmm. So they're going to be stuck with all this overstock. Yeah. So a lot of small shops where most of us go to are really looking into, do I really want to buy these 3 extra copies of Squirrel Girl that I'm not going to be able to return, or possibly nobody's going to want. So they said that was part of the that's killing the industry. Variant covers are killing the industry.
No, I was going to say, I didn't want to interrupt or anything. I was going to say extending on the variant issue thing a little bit. And, you know, it's a matter of, you know, popular artists and your favorite artists. But one thing, you know, in case, you know, somebody's out there watching that doesn't know, variant issues, the reason why they're so high is, you know, they're not always common. Like, you might go to some comic shop that have it for, you know, cover price.
Right.
Then I've been at one shop, you can get it for cover price. I've gone to another shop that has the exact same book for $10.
Exactly.
And some variants, it's like 1 out of 100. What that means is, for those that don't know, a shop has to order 100 issues of that particular issue to get one variant.
One variant, yep.
So 100 comic books to get that one variant.
Which basically means they have to sell out of that
They have to
comic
sell
book.
out
That's just
100
extra
of those books.
surplus.
Yeah, exactly.
Which in turn is why did you fart, bro?
No, it's just a knuckle.
Okay. Stinky knuckle.
If you smell something, then I got you. But
You know, you notice that pause I had on. Wait a minute.
I popped
Wait
it
a
up.
minute.
Hey, you know, we went to go see Wonder Woman. We thought we heard
We
it
can
loud
stop
too.
everything.
Fucking knuckles over here.
Hey, you would smell it. You would know.
Oh,
You would smell it if you would smell it by now if I had let one go.
Right, yeah, it broke my
Trust me,
spirit.
I would be like, oh shit,
Shattered
we're gonna
my
get out of here.
So, but that's why the variance is so high. I mean, it's
Broken
almost like they
iron
want
fist.
you to exactly. Wrong body is Scorpion is here, but where? but that's why, you know, you see variants go for $100 and $60 because they're trying to make back, you know, the $100 they had to buy to get that one book to begin with. I mean, look at the Adam Hughes Harley Quinn cover. Look at Michael Turner's sketch cover of 500.
Yeah.
Stuff. It's like, you know, I've seen that. That one book they go for $300. That's not even CGC or anything.
It's true. It's all true. And another one they touched on is what we call the rope-a-dope. It's how they start a series with a popular artist.
Oh yeah.
Just
draw their sales.
And then change up
artists to
Bullshit.
Joe Schmo or somebody who they giving a chance. They say that another thing is all these restarting with number ones.
Yes.
They say the article I read was saying Marvel has come out and said that whenever we do an issue number 1, it drives up our sales. Okay, but then when issue number 2 comes out, your sales plummet. So it's a false telling of how good the book is.
Yeah. Because it's not about the book; it's about a number 1 issue.
Yeah.
Back in the day, coming up, we knew what a number 1 issue was. You know, back in it was worth something because you know you don't know if everyone got it.
Yeah.
Because the way we got into it was not because it was the first issue. We got into it because word of mouth was spreading that this was a good book.
Yeah.
It needs to buy. So then people were getting onto it, and then people were trying to find those first issues going back. That's how it all spread. You start saying everything's number 1, and you know. You basically just devalue the whole the whole reason for having a number 1.
Especially after every 12 issues, you start over with the number 1.
Yeah. And the diehard comic fans you kind of take away from knowing and respecting your comic fans because your comic fans know when you tell a good story about a comic book, they can quote you the number of that X-Men cover. Oh, back when X-Men 367 or so what happened. But now you keep going like, oh, back in X-Men number 1. Which X-Men
number 1?
Because a couple of, there were some great ones, but now you got a whole bunch of crap ones.
Twisted bunny feet.
Exactly. So it's just making it confusing and it's pedantic and it's
But yeah, everything that he touched on in the article was awesome, and I agree with all of the points that he made of why Marvel sales are suffering the way that they are. And he said whoever the VP of sales was an idiot because he tried to take the easy way out.
Yeah,
by blaming diversity.
It's not your diverse characters. It's
not.
the fact that nobody likes seeing their favorite characters change.
That's right.
You want to bring in new characters? Bring in new characters. Don't say all of a sudden, okay. And like, I'm not trying to knock the current characters they got out there. I'm not trying to say, oh, we're going to bring female Thor, or we're going to try Captain America Black, or
that's the thing.
They were great. They're good ideas. They were characters that were already established, and we all know they were going to be for a limited run. But it's like
they shouldn't replace.
Exactly.
And I kind of almost shattered Jesus Kung Fu with this one. I said because if they would have introduced the new female, because they've had plenty of Thors before.
Yes.
You got a horse-head aliens Thor. You had Frog Thor. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they would have introduced Jane Foster as Thor in Thor and let her run with Thor Odinson, let him run with her for a couple of issues, then branched her off into another book, nobody would have had a problem.
Or called her something else other than Thor and gave her her own hammer.
Gave her her own
just
hammer.
like Beta Ray Bill and Thunderstrike.
Nobody would have had a problem with it. Nobody.
The new Iron Man.
Yeah. And I told you, I said, Jeezy, diversity isn't the problem because Marvel was founded on diversity. Look at the X-Men.
Yeah.
You had a team of members from all across the world.
It was international.
Yeah.
German,
So
Russian,
diversity is not the problem.
Canadian. Yeah, they were all over the place. And then, it's just change will create talk. And at first maybe it'll create enough that people are interested in it, but over time it's just gonna be like, oh well, we're ready to go back to the way it was.
Yeah. Which they are. Generations is supposed to bring back Wolverine and even Captain Marvel.
Oh, did y'all, speaking of bring back Wolverine, did y'all hear that they're gonna bring back the Hulk and Wolverine?
The
It's
Hulk,
gonna be
Wolverine.
a black
Is
Hulk.
that what Vanishing Point is supposed to be?
No, it's called Marvel Generations.
They're bringing him back.
They're bringing everybody back.
But it's it has to do with some prod, but the Hulk was black,
Oh,
red eyes, and he had Wolverine's claws.
It was called WMD or MWD, Mutants of Weapons of Mutant Destruction.
Okay.
And it had there was Hulk and he was in his test tube and it had Weapon X on it and Wolverine's claws were coming out.
Did
of
that
Hulk.
come out already? Don't tell
Not
me.
yet. No, they haven't came out yet.
I'm interested. I'm like,
A black Hulk with Wolverine's claws?
Yeah,
Man.
he was in the tube,
Red eyes.
and I think it was by the Weapon X project. It was just a teaser that they did, and he had Wolverine's claws.
Sounds ominous.
Yeah. So it was Weapons of
Sounds
Mutant Destruction
destructive.
is what it's called.
Mutants
So-
of...
Or Mutants of... No, it had to be Weapons of
W-
Mutant. Yeah.
Weapons.
WMDs. I think that's what they were going with.
Interesting.
So... But yeah, that's... I mean, comics have always been interesting. I mean, you always going to get people who don't like... Marvel's thing now is they're throwing a whole bunch of stuff to the wall. See if it sticks. Another thing I found out is...
Do this. How about you throw a good story out there,
Right.
and then start throwing other stuff out there. Throw other characters out there with good stories. I mean, when Captain America was done by Steve Epton and Brubaker,
Right, yeah.
they introduced the Winter Soldier. They introduced Union Jack.
Mm-hmm.
They introduced they did reintroduce the characters as as in modern day now.
Drawn by Mike Perkins.
And they were it was a very well told story.
Yeah.
And interested, and it made me want to buy interested in those characters because I bought the trade for Union Jack.
Yep.
So and Winter Soldier became one of my favorite characters.
And they said Marvel's marketing is also awful too. They blame that for their sales because they'll push Spider-Man because they know Spider-Man's going to sell. They'll push X-Men because they know X-Men's going to sell, but they won't push Mockingbird, regardless of if it's a good story or not. It's up to the creators sometimes to promote their own book, their own story. But if it doesn't get sales, then it's canceled because of sales. So it's kind of like, yeah, that's kind of like it's kind of like you're dead in the water before you start.
You're not helping yourself.
You're not helping your characters because you're only interested in your mass marketed characters.
As we all know that Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, they're the top dogs. They've been around. They're the fan favorites.
Yeah,
we already know that. But you've also proven that the Guardians of the Galaxy can be out there.
And Doctor Strange.
And Doctor Strange
and Black Panther. And Luke Cage.
Exactly. And these are all street known characters and diehard fan characters.
Mm-hmm.
But when you throw them out there, people love them. So you just gotta throw it out there right. Don't be afraid, but also don't do it.
We still on Nergasm. I may have what's in that bag. Toss that here. I may have a
This one?
Nergasm. Yeah. It might be a gift for somebody, and it might. I can't. I got so much shit coming in.
Yeah, so it's called this damn the treasure trove.
It is
Freaking Goonies cave in here, boy.
Oh, it's both.
We haven't seen One-Eyed Willie.
I got this as a gift for somebody, so I can't show it on camera. It was a nice.
Oh, nice.
It was nice. I never seen anything like that.
Okay.
And
Nice.
she's a huge fan, so
Oh.
like a birthday gift.
Okay,
So I
nice.
thought that was cool. And this is my nerd gals right here. I seen this one. From We Love Fine.
Oh, yes, we do. Well, wait, you're talking about the shirt company.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had to grab it. My
Nice.
boy.
You Cage.
Nice, nice, huh? You gonna show the people? I look like fucking Mr. Belvedere.
You hold this motherfucking shirt out.
Alfred, fucking damn
Step
Jarvis.
back a little bit.
Oh,
right there, right there, right there. Hold on,
okay.
right there.
That's what you. Ole! Toro.
Luke Cage, motherfuckers, Luke Cage.
So,
Rage.
Master Mobile, the ship.
big. I thought I said two
That
things.
look like a Snuggie.
Teach me how to snug.
Apparently this is
Teach
a
me how to snug.
Apparently this is
Teach me how to
too big. I'm not even gonna... Everybody snug. Everybody snug.
Snuggie Holy Ghost. I looked over here. I thought he was like, teach me how to snuggie. This motherfucker was dancing with it. Okay.
Oh man.
Collectibles. Went over a few. There was some other stuff coming. I've been looking for that Nightwing black and white statue. You know how they did the whole series of Batman black and white statues? I've been seeing that ad in all of the DC comic books for the longest damn time. And I haven't seen it in any of the damn stores. Oh, was it at Acme?
Of course it
Because
did.
I'm going to have to get one. Because you know Nightwing, my boy.
Of course.
He was raped by a tarantula on the rooftops.
The fuck?
He was. He keep it. Because I posted an article about, Nightwing's
greatest
15.
loves.
His 15, was it his
like his-
weirdest relationships or his
It's
greatest?
like his the 15 most interesting relationships.
The most
he had.
interesting relationships that he had. And one of them was, he was
When they had just killed Blockbuster and he was fighting in Bloodhaven.
so tired he passed out on the roof, and this other
He wasn't
female
tired.
hero.
He was mentally shocked because they had just killed Blockbuster and he ain't never killed anybody before. So he was shocked and stunned, and she fucking took it. She said, "I'm gonna take this shit."
He passed out on the roof, and
She took his shit right
She-
there on the rooftop.
she took it from a boy on the rooftop.
Took it in on the rooftop.
So he always bringing up that Nightwing was raped by Tarantula. That was her name. It was. But he also been with like Huntress and Starfire and
Yeah, a whole bunch of people.
Barbara Gordon. That's my boy.
All these people got Super VD, Bruce Wayne, Green Arrow, your boy Dick, and Arsenal.
Jushin, did you grab anything from MegaCon? How was MegaCon? I didn't get to go this year. We'll be going next year.
MegaCon was tight. It was alright. It was alright.
Same old
It just
MegaCon?
wasn't the same without you, bro.
Yeah, I know how it is. You know.
I don't know. I'm in a model kick right at the moment because last year I did that. I bought my first Gundam model, so I did that. And this year, because we went to Star Wars Celebration, I saw the models they had of the Poe Dameron X-wing and the Snow Trooper. So I bought those, and then this year at MegaCon I bought
Frozen. Elsa.
You got a model of Elsa?
No, I do not.
Oh.
It was a sister. And the snowman.
So I don't have any reason not to believe Wicked. So.
No, really not to believe Wicked. No, I bought a model of the TIE Striker from Rogue One, so I bought that. Been trying to put that together, but I bought a few comics. I bought a few trades. I bought a trade for something. I decided to buy something about the Eternals that was written by Neil Gaiman back in 2000 something, 2006, 2009. So I bought that. Makes me actually interested. I read the story. I was so interested that now I'm going to go back and try and find the original issues of comics that was done by Jack Kirby and whatnot. So now I've got something on my list to collect. Other than that, I just basically played it low key. Went in for a few hours on Friday. on Thursday, Friday, and then I stayed for like 4 hours on Saturday, and then that was about it for
It
me.
was packed as ever on Saturday.
I was done for the weekend after that. Boy,
Yeah.
should have gone. Should have.
It wasn't too bad. Me and Care Bear went, just had, great time. And speaking of collectibles and stuff, and I think me and you always have been talking about Funko Pops for a while.
We have been talking about Funko Pops for a while.
The addiction that
I don't know
Funko
what y'all
Pops
talking-
is.
I
There
only
was
got two. This motherfucker's got a problem.
I don't have a problem with damn Funko Pops.
I don't know. Every time I come here, you got more and more.
I know what the fuck you talking about.
It's so personal, right?
It's like there was one booth there, and how they had it set up. There's like 2 windows for purchases and stuff. The whole thing was caged off and had fiberglass, and they had like the Funko Pops up there, so you would let the counter know which one you wanted and the number, and they would go get it.
Yeah.
And bro, we saw like a $3,000 Funko Pop, and there was I posted it on IG, $600 White Ranger.
Yeah.
Damn.
I looked those up. Remember I was saying that I wanted the Power Ranger.
Yeah, you trying to cut the Power Ranger.
I was trying to collect all of the Power Ranger ones, and then I looked on Amazon, and they only had them for $600, $700, and $800. And I'm thinking, ain't no way in hell I'm gonna buy these Funko Pops for $600, $700, and $800. Well, come to find out, they were a limited edition run that were released in Japan, and that's why they're so expensive. Grab one of those, and I found this out about Funko Pops too. Oh, actually, I got one right here. No, it's not the right one. What's the number on that?
The Red Ranger here?
No, in the front and the bottom right hand corner. What's the number?
406?
No, the
Anyway, I'll just toss it over to you.
in the front of this Funko Pop, this number right here, age 14 and up, that means it's a reprint. If it has 3 and up, it's an original. And that's what I found out about the Funkos. And if it doesn't have a number at all, that means it was one of the first runs when Funko first started their pops. And because I have like some of my Narutos that I got over there, they have 3 and up. And I just got those this year too, just like I got the Power Rangers. But all of my Power Rangers have 14 and up. So it's a reprint of the first run. So that's why some of the Funko knowledge I found out.
Okay.
Professional Funko.
Obviously. You got problems, sir.
Yeah,
I
no
mean,
problem.
it's the Funko thing is addictive. I remember when they first came out and we talked about it, it's like, man, what is? Give me a real action film. With these big head, big eyes, motherfucker. Here we are, fucking 32 Funko Pops later.
Between the two of y'all, I only got 2.
Another thing, besides the Funkos that's starting to garner my attention is have you all seen the Q-Figs? The Q-Figs? These right here.
Oh yeah, that I have.
No.
I have. I've seen some.
Okay.
You don't even want to touch it.
No.
Yeah, I've seen like I've seen the Batman, the Superman, the Wonder Woman. I've seen the Harley Quinns and stuff. Doctor Strange, and there's actually a katana.
I have to find that katana one. I've been picking up those too, sparingly. The Q-Figs. The Spider-Man one I just grabbed like last week. And I'm going to have to make a trip out to Cosmic Comics.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, where is that?
Cosmic Comics was the one place that we went out to, Wicked, a while back. And there was there was stuff everywhere.
Okay.
And you were like, you want to go back so you can go through each one of the boxes. And I was thinking.
So you done went a couple times without me.
I was in the area.
See
That shit is way over there.
Didn't send
Not in
a,
the
didn't send
fucking
a bat
area.
signal out, nothing. Direct edition.
That shit
So
is far away. What the hell is?
he was in the area.
I was in
That's
the
why.
area. I was in the area because I went to Java Game House for International
on
Tabletop
fire.
Day.
You went to where?
Java Game House for International Tabletop Day, and they're in the same plaza.
Yeah.
So I figured while I was out there,
Oh yeah, not a
stop by Cosmic Comics. Mythical Mountain 2 also have a nice. That was the one further down. Is it off
I
of
don't
San
know.
Jose? because they remember we went in there one time. They had a whole bunch of Funkos we had never seen
Oh
before.
yeah, I got it.
They had the Casey Jones
So I
exclusive.
got my Casey Jones.
Yeah. So I keep telling myself I got to go back out there. So maybe another Saturday. We just do a road trip. Start off far into Jacksonville, work our way back in.
Give me a call.
So, but yeah, it's always those gems that you find.
Oh yeah, that's me. I know.
Video game wise,
Still fucking playing Wildlands and Star Trek Online.
did you know that Jushin turned in his division?
Yeah, I was done with that. I'm not going back to that.
Can you believe that?
Fucking bitch.
Whoa! What the hell? Damn!
Did you know that? I take it
He did not know.
take it he didn't tell you that.
No, he did not.
Shocked the hell out of me too.
So you know, one of
Why?
these
What was
fucking
the last time
one of
I
these
was on
orange moons, we're gonna be like Division Cats.
I'd be like,
Yo
nope.
ass. You know, come over to somebody's
I
house.
see y'all in the Wildlands.
Exactly, I'll be in the Wildlands.
E3 is coming up this
I
week.
have moved on.
Speaking of video game wise, E3 is coming up this week. It's supposed to be premiering some games like Battlefronts 2.
Oh yeah.
The new
No, I love
Spider-Man,
this over here.
the new Spider-Man
The one with the white.
with the white spider symbol on the front.
Mhm.
Shadow of or not Shadow of Mordor, War of Mordor.
Oh,
the Lord of the
sequel.
Ring ones.
The sequel.
The new sequel. I posted a nice trailer up on the Direct Edition Facebook page for that. And Sea of Thieves is supposed to be making an appearance, and quite a few other games too. So we're gonna be keeping an eye out for those.
Be watching that shit while I'm at work next week.
Yeah, E3. It starts Tuesday. Why they put it in the middle of a damn week? It runs from Tuesday to Thursday.
Somebody, D from Gotham City, our boy D Nasty.
Yeah.
He said that his former manager, who works over at Best Buy, was basically they flew him out there, all expenses paid, flight, hotel. just to go to
Best Buy?
E3. Yes,
I don't believe that.
Best Buy.
I don't believe that.
He said that because he said it with hate. He said, I can't believe that they flew that motherfucker out there.
That seemed like some lie he told him just to piss him off, and it worked. You gotta show me. You gotta prove it. Let me see the ticket.
You flew.
I don't see- I don't
Best
see
Buy
nothing-
flew you.
I don't see nothing on your Instagram. I don't see nothing on your Facebook about you out there at E3. You gonna be wearing the Best Buy shirt?
I'm pretty sure he's gonna be looking at his webpage, his Facebook, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, just to follow, make sure see if it's true.
I do want to make it out to one. I think this is the first year that they actually sold tickets to the public.
Yes,
I do want to make it out to an E3.
I was thinking about going next year.
E3 or PAX. Or,
I would have gone this year, but it showed up late. It's like right after our Star Wars celebration.
yeah. Well, we had to do. Well, we wanted to do
we
Star Wars
Star Wars,
celebrations because it was in Orlando. It was in our backyard. So
It won't be back for another 2
for
years.
another
maybe
2 years.
Maybe
Yeah.
2 to 6 years.
So yeah, definitely E3 next year. Sound like this sound doable.
Where's E3 at?
California, I think.
Yeah.
Shit, y'all let me know.
But there's some other ones like PAX, Penny Arcade, that's in Texas or Boston.
Road trip.
There you go. Wicked.
Did you see his look as he looked up?
Well, no. Actually, it's a possibility. Save up.
Yeah, we can make it happen.
Yeah.
Just don't let me drive.
Hell no.
Jushin's not
Can't
allowed to
take me to the
drive.
gas station.
Jushin is not allowed to drive, but he will fly the shit out that helicopter in Wildlands. I tell you that much.
Yeah, he flew one of the planes and landed that shit too. One time. Other times it's like, or you be driving that motherfucker, you look over the pilot seat, this motherfucker just jumped out. Not even a warning or anything like that.
Oh, but my microphone stopped working at that point.
And we just all in the thing looking at him.
Oh, that's how it go too. That's exactly how it go. So yeah, we definitely be looking out for E3. See some up and coming games.
Yeah, something definitely.
Besides Wildlands, I kind of went back to Titanfall the other night.
I tried to go back to Dawn Horizon, but I think I've been on Wildlands for so long.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have to start the game over again because I've lost all my because I had gotten my control up so well that I was just running around killing shit just because I could.
Right.
Now I can't even shoot a damn bow or
The bowcaster.
yeah. I'm like, damn, gotta start over again.
Flash alert, real quick, because this came from the mouth of our brother, the educated chainsaw, Dirty C Cheesy. He's actually interested in going to Heroes Con 1 year.
What?
Get the fuck out of here.
I know, right? But yeah, he
Is Ashton Kutcher in here?
Am
I
We
getting
get punked.
He's actually interested in going Heroes Con 1 year.
Ever since what's his name died, he's like, oh yeah, we can go back.
Who died?
Didn't that guy die who gave us the issue?
The guy who ran it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't hear anything about that.
If
That's the
wasn't
only
he the
reason you
guy?
want to go back.
Was that the guy that almost got y'all arrested?
No, that was the quote unquote showrunner. I don't know what the
I
hell
think the
his job
showrunner
was.
died, and that's the reason why.
Yeah, he was the one that making a big stink about it. He's the one that said, "Do you know who you sit next to?"
Does he know who he's sitting next
I'm
to?
like, no, that's Herb Trippy. Herb Trippy created Wolverine. What have you ever done?
I beat a lot of people's asses.
You want to join that mix?
How many asses is Herb Trippy beat?
But Heroes Con was like the comic book convention.
It is. That's why.
That shit was fun that
I've
year.
never
Yeah,
gone to one.
you met a lot of artists. You could talk to a lot of artists. It wasn't mixed in with anime and movies, and it was
It was
a
comics
good
and
straight up
artists,
comic
right,
book convention. Yeah.
That was a good year because we had a lot of people sitting by us when we went down to Uno's because we went across the street to Uno's and it's right across the street from the convention center. So a lot of artists came over there and we were all sitting all close together. So we all were sharing jokes back and forth. And good old Tim Seeley, boy, that after party with Tim, I can drink under the table Seeley.
No, good old Tim. Should I lick this girl's crack ceiling?
That's what it was.
That's what he
That's
asked
what
us.
it was.
He's like, should I lick her crack? Like, Tim, man, you do what you got to do, bro.
We got you back.
And our boy Rob Jones was like, I'll put a straw in that bitch right now. Fucking drink for that. Like, you a nasty bastard, Rob. You a dirty bastard.
Girl, I drink your bath water. Too much.
Yeah, so-
That's too funny.
Nah, that's funny though. That's what he was gonna do.
But hell, I think
Yeah.
there's certain artists and everybody who just really don't come down to
Yeah.
MegaCon.
Exactly.
Like when I was going through stuff, like some of the artists that I would like to meet, I would love to meet Kenneth Rockefeller. I would love to meet Simon Biles. You know, it's like I would love to meet Terry Dodson. You know, it's like there's a lot of big time artists who never come to MegaCon. Like I was thrilled to death that one time Aspen Comics came.
Right.
It's
Because
like,
we got to go down into the West Coast to find
yeah,
out.
San Diego Comic Con is where we
Yeah.
saw, all that holy shit, such and such is out here.
Yeah.
They make it there all the time, but a lot of these artists make it to Heroes Con.
Yeah.
A lot of
Look,
these creators. So.
Heroes Con was good. I got this Mark Brooks print from Heroes Con. I want to finish out my sketchbook too. Like getting different artists, drawing different characters in my sketchbook.
That was a good year to get sketches.
And I had at Heroes Con, I had stopped because at one point all the artists were skyrocketing their prices because people were just getting pictures and then taking them and flipping them on eBay.
Yeah.
You get a sketch, for $25 and then flip it for eBay for $100. So the artists were like, well, hell, if it's selling on eBay for $100, I'm gonna charge $100 for the sketch.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, damn, bro. All I have is like a bound book. Why give me $100 just for you to scribble in it? So I had calmed down on that for a little bit.
And Xerox every fucking page that you fucking scan.
Well, a lot of them like my sketchbook because it doesn't have perforated pages.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a book. It's a bound book. It just has blank pages for sketches. So a lot of them are more keen to draw in something like that than on just like a blank piece of paper or a tearaway notebook paper or something like that. But Other than Wonder Woman, did anything else come out? We've been going for a
Alien
while.
Covenant came out.
I didn't see Alien
I saw
Covenant.
it. It was good action scene, Alien, but they kind of killed the story about the whole engineer. They kind of trashed the first story because in the first Alien, they found the eggs. They found the spaceship with the engineer sitting in the chair with his hole in his chest, and then underneath that, they found the alien eggs down there. And this one,
Sigourney Weaver alien. Yeah.
And this one, it basically is kind of trying because they're trying to tell the origin. The android David ended up creating the egg, bioengineering it because he went to the engineer's home planet, killed them all, and engineered the creature from something on the planet into the form that it turned into, the xenomorph.
He was trying to kill us all. Why would you do something like that?
Because he had a grudge against his creator.
See that?
His creator.
Tried to
His
kill
creator.
us all.
He was like, "You're gonna," because he told himself in the beginning. He told his creator. He said, "You're gonna die." He goes, "I'm never gonna die, but yet I have to serve you." And when he asked him to get the tea, when the guy asked him to get the tea, he kind of just looked at him. He's like, "David, the tea." Oh, see, we got problems with that bitch right there. Right.
Set his ass on fire right now.
Fire button.
So you should have scrapped his ass then and there. But
So I feel like we're missing something. There was something else that came out before Covenant that we haven't had a chance to talk about.
Guardians of the Galaxy, boy.
GOTG 2. Wicked, you seen it?
Man.
Talk about it though. Go ahead.
We gonna have a movie day. We're gonna
You
go
know
see
me, you're all
Guardians.
buy
We're
it.
gonna see Wonder
I
Woman.
mean, John Wick 2 comes out Tuesday. I'm gonna buy that.
Oh yeah.
Next month, Fast 8 comes out on Blu-ray. I'm gonna buy that.
Logan.
But Logan, I have. I actually went in the theater to see Logan. That was me and Care Bear's first movie. So we went to go
It's
see
so
Logan.
sweet.
Then our second
Then
movie
right
was
back there
horrible.
was
It was this
Sword Art Online.
We'll stop talking about Sword Art Online.
I don't know what the fuck you just said.
Some of my bitches ain't gonna keep talking about my
Yeah,
job.
comes on you, man. I'm talking about I'm quite sure it's a great movie.
Yeah, some of my bitches are gonna stop talking about my movie.
We all got our movies we
Good,
love.
sweet
Season
time.
3 is coming out.
We all got our movies we love. I love Godzilla. So.
Oh, speaking of anime, throw a little. Me and Baby Mobile have started watching My Hero Academia.
I wasn't gonna see that. I was gonna let you just watch that, but then I actually saw a clip of that. Somebody, Crunchyroll released it was like this week. It was like hot animation this week.
Yeah.
Best animation this week.
Yeah.
And I saw a fight scene, and I was like, what
It's not
the
that bad.
fuck? And I was like, damn.
It doesn't get that intense until the end of the first season and then the second season.
Yeah, it was because it looked like a tournament fight.
Yeah,
So-
that's second season. Because the
So-
first season is about them establishing themselves as heroes, going to school and going through tests and stuff like that. So it's a bit slow in the first season.
Becoming heroes.
Yeah.
Going through- all right.
But other than Boruto,
I'm watching Berserk because I've been waiting for that story to be told for years now.
the Wicked say you've been watching One Punch Man,
One Punch Man's
I've
funny as
watched
shit.
it.
Attack on Titans, which I haven't seen any either of those.
If you watch the first season, I think from what I heard, the first season was better than the second, but I haven't seen the second season yet. Somebody said it was more political in the second season than the
The
first.
Attack on Titan?
Yeah,
I didn't see the second season at all.
I haven't seen it yet either. So I mean, I started reading some of the anime after I watched the first season, but I couldn't keep up. I got too busy doing other stuff.
So Wonder Woman,
Yes, Wonder Woman.
Jushin.
We want to start with Wonder Woman or Guardians of the Galaxy first?
Everyone see GOTG 2, except for Wicked.
I'm just gonna say I love that shit.
It was a good movie. I'm so glad they got rid of damn Baby Groot though.
Oh man, Baby Groot was awesome.
Did they get rid of Baby Dude? Is in Baby Dude?
He's not
Baby
dead.
Dude.
He
Or they let his ass
he
grow.
molted and grew up a little bit.
He grew up.
At the end.
Okay.
But Baby Groot
Full-grown
was
Groot or
awesome.
just like
No,
like
just
kinda like a
teenage Groot.
He said he's not teenage Groot, so it's kind of like young adult Groot. He's funny. I thought he was the laugh factor in the movie, which was great. Which I loved this how he fit into it, and then the whole Rocket. I love Rocket. Rocket's an asshole. That's why I love him.
They tried to humanize Rocket a little bit. Because, you know, in the first movie, he was
He was a tree and a raccoon, yeah.
To me, he was the laugh factor in the first movie.
Yeah.
That Rocket was. And this one, they tried to humanize him. They were about giving him a reason about why he always pushing away his friends, why he always, like, going out of it. It seemed like he's always going out of his way to mess up the missions or start fights. So, yeah. And they gave him a reason for doing that. So, I kind of cringed a little bit, but it made sense. Not more than I cringed at Baby Groot. To me, he just felt like a marketing employee,
Really
just to
didn't
draw
like
in.
Baby Groot?
Because he felt like just to draw in the kids and the women. That's because we wanted to give kids and women to see this movie, so we're gonna create this cute little.
I knew he was gonna be in the entire movie after the first one when they revealed the little dancing Groot Sprout. He went online like immediately after the movie was written. He's like a week later. He went online and he released a clip on YouTube so everyone could see who it was. So, and then I knew he was gonna have Baby Groot throughout the whole movie.
I knew he was gonna be in it too. I'm just glad it's done.
You really hated him.
I didn't hate him. I'm just glad it's done.
I liked him. He was cool.
I did like the tribute to the original Guardians that they did at the end. Like from the
Charlie
comic book.
27?
Charlie 27, Mainframe.
Starhawk.
Yeah, Starhawk. All the original Guardians. I did like that.
Martin X. Yeah, it was good. And then they brought Yondu's big ass head fin out. Boy,
They should have started from within the beginning.
I agree. I was all about that shit. It was a good movie. It was.
How was John doing in the movie? Very good.
Yondu.
He was.
He became part of the team.
Yeah. But I don't know if you want to spoil it. You don't want me to spoil it for him?
Spoil it for him. Just let him watch
Go
it.
ahead, shit.
I thought Kurt Russell did a great job as Ego.
He did. He was a great villain though, wasn't he?
Because he was a likable guy, and then it was like, oh.
You found that cave with all them damn bones in it. You've been fucking across 1,000 worlds.
Killed all his kids.
That was crazy. So you haven't seen it, and we're not gonna spoil it for you. But Yondu compares himself to Mary Poppins in the movie.
This shit is funny as hell, sir.
Yeah. We're not gonna spoil it too much for you, Mickey.
Okay. Guardians was good. See it if you haven't.
If you had to give it a grade,
A+. I'd say it was better than the first one.
it was. I agree. I give it A+.
And the first one was an A+. So, A++.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. I'm gonna give it A-. No, I'll give it a B+.
Because a lot of people were talking about how it's the best DC movie since Dark Knight.
Well, when you really look at all of the DC movies, it's really that hard to do.
DC ain't that horrible to me.
It's a good.
It's not horrible, but is it really difficult to top all the movies that came out before Wonder Woman?
I love Man of Steel. I think she's right behind Man of Steel.
I see now. I likened it. It's right up there with that first Christian Bale Batman.
Okay.
That Batman Begins. That's how good it was to me. Because we went and saw it with Jeezy.
Uh-huh.
Now the only movie Jeezy likes is like the movies that are kicking ass and taking names.
Mm-hmm.
So every slow part or romantic interlude they had.
Basically everything that wasn't a fight.
He was shuffling in his seat.
Like you were shuffling in sword art.
If you bring up sword art, one more guy.
You're raising your voice to me.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Thank you for tuning in.
But every romantic notion in the movie, Jeezy was like,
I don't see how he didn't see it coming because everybody knew the dynamic between her and Steve Trevor. So we knew it was going to be a little spark of romance in there.
They have a solo book coming out soon too.
Yeah.
It's out. I seen it at House of Comics again.
Okay,
so yeah, I mean honestly, we all knew it was going to come. I mean, and she's basically what she preaches: love, and hope. And it's a good movie. It really is, and I liked all the fight scenes, and except for a few questionable shots, I thought it was a great movie.
What do you mean a few questionable shots?
Like the end when she leaps off to go fly or go fly.
That was uncalled for.
I was like, she's just hanging in the air. I'm like, wait, is she flying? Is she jumping? And then she's just posing in the armor. I'm like, okay, I think that was over the top.
Yeah, that was
over the top.
That was how can I put it? When Deadpool got excited about the superhero landing, he was like, superhero landing. It's like all the superheroes do it. That's what that reminded me of. How they have to have that dramatic pose. That super
dramatic,
heroic,
heroic send off.
That heroic pose at the end.
Spider-Man swings off in the city.
Exactly.
Batman disappears into the night, or he's on top of a building, and Superman flies off. He's always floating above the earth, and then he curves off to the, everyone's got their own thing, and I just think it was a little over the top how they just took hers and they just had her hang in midair, and I was like, that's a little much.
I think that's what did it for Jeezy because I didn't notice it until then.
And he said it
when the way that they were shooting the movie, how they always do that slow pan of her, like
slow pan. No, some of the slow shots I was okay with. Like some of the action shots when they slowed it down just to see what she was doing, I was okay with. I don't know, when she started to rage Hulk out and she was like flying forward to go, and then she was just going through all those soldiers. I thought I really looked like she was just sitting there on a cart and they were just pulling her along, and I was like, okay, I can do without this scene.
So the effects were off on that one.
On that one, yeah, but overall, like I said, I give it a B plus. It was a good story. It was a great origin for Wonder Woman. She really needed it.
Now they also said, I read earlier this week, there was the scene where she first came out as Wonder Woman. Because the whole time she has her Wonder Woman garb all wrapped up and undercover.
Yeah, she was wrapped in a cloak.
It was World War One, and they were.
They're across no man's land.
It's no man's land because they couldn't advance. When they were at war with Germany.
Germany, yeah.
They had them pinned down in these trenches.
Yeah, yeah.
So they couldn't. They've been there for a year and they couldn't advance because they had machine guns keeping them. Everyone who stepped out onto the field got mowed down by machine guns. So Wonder Woman hears this lady, and spoiler alert, she hears this lady cry for help. She's like, they got the village, people are starving over there, and Wonder Woman's telling Steve Trevor, this is what I came here for, to help these people. And he's like, you can't help everybody. And she was like, why not? He was like, you just can't. You just can't. He said because he tells her they've been here for a year. Everybody who steps out there dies. So she said, this may not have been what you're here to do, but this is what I'm here to do. Mm-hmm. She took off her jacket. She got her sword and shield. She stepped out on the battlefield. And
you see that in the commercials.
Yeah, you see her walking up the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, she's blocking bullets and running across the field, striking people down, takes out the machine guns. And I read that the director, Patty Jenkins, she had to fight Warner Brothers to keep that whole scene in the movies. They wanted to take it out. They wanted to cut that whole scene from the movie.
As hell. Because then you would have extended the movie for no fucking reason with no fucking fight. That would have made it even worse. Yeah. That would have made it worse.
And she said she had to fight. She told them that was her first real role as Wonder Woman when she stepped out on that battlefield. And she said that's a very defining point in the movie.
Plus it played a part later on because here's a village she liberated, and then later on when they started gassing, everybody in the village. So it was like, fuck.
Yeah.
So it was defining because you did all that to save these people, and then he just goes around and kills them all anyway. Yeah. So it was kind of like
it was heartfelt.
It was a Pyrrhic victory.
Yeah.
So,
and I gotta ask because I love me some strong women. How are the Amazons?
Oh boy.
Boy, them Nazis rolled up on the fucking beach. The Amazons went to town, boy.
I didn't know the general that was training her.
Oh, what's her name?
She was a princess in the old movie. Was it?
She was in an old princess. She was in princess in an old movie.
Yeah. Because I saw someone post a meme on Facebook and said, I got to see my princesses from my childhood grow up to be generals. And they had Princess Leia, and then she was general in Star Wars. And then they had the general that was training Wonder Woman. You know when she hit the
Yeah.
shield and blew the lady back? That was the woman that was training her.
Okay. Yeah.
And against Hippolyta's wishes. Hippolyta was like, she's a child, let her be a child.
It was her sister. It was Antipia.
Antipia, that was her name.
That was Robin Wright.
So she was in another movie, wasn't she? What's her?
Robin Wright's been in a lot of movies.
What's her IMDb?
She was in Forrest Gump.
No,
The Princess Bride. That's
Damn,
what it was.
there you go.
Okay.
So she was the princess in Princess Bride.
She,
But now she's the
boy,
she's the trainer, the
she
general
was
in
out.
Wonder Woman.
Boy, she looked good.
That damn part when she called for the shield, she was like, shield! And they like threw the shield up and she came off of it
And they threw
with
it
the
and launched her ass in
three
the air.
arrows. She would get down.
Yeah, I want to see it because of course, I follow so many people and fitness people on Instagram. Some of the fitness people I follow were Amazons. And
Yeah.
stuff, and it was cool because remember that? Back when I used to watch boxing all the time, the boxer Ann Wolf, who had one of the biggest knockouts in female boxing history, she plays Artemis.
I didn't see Artemis.
Artemis was in the movie. And Wolf, yeah. Yeah, because I saw her name in the credits, and I was like, "Oh, Artemis," but I don't think they really mentioned Artemis.
Yeah, they didn't really mention it.
She's
Was she the one that was the King of the Mountain when they were doing the King of the Mountain?
In comics, no, but
no,
Ann Wolf is
Ann
black.
Wolf is black. She big husky woman. Then that was her.
That was her.
King of the Mountain. She was throwing people left and right off the damn thing. She was standing there trying to jump the.
When they were training, there was a scene where they were training and she was standing on like a table and everybody rush up like one at a time, try to a King of the Mountain type game, trying to knock her off. They get up there, she throw one person off, another person come off. Someone came with the what was it, a club?
Mm-hmm.
I hit her in the back and
She
she
just
just
turned and looked at him like fucked up. That was her. Okay.
so that must have been
If
Artemis.
y'all get a chance, look up YouTube Ann Wolf knockout.
Okay. So Jesus, that was one of Jesus' complaints. He wanted all the Amazons to be as big as her.
But it's like
he was saying Gal Gadot should have been as big as her.
Mhm.
He was saying she was too skinny.
Well, they said that from day one.
we were saying
She put on some weight
she's
for it, but
thin,
yeah, she's, even in her Fast and Furious, especially, I used to always bust out laughing every single time I watched that particular Fast and Furious movie when she took off her, to get, whatever his fingerprints
The
on her baby,
fingerprint.
and she took up that bit and she was in a bathing suit, and then she just looked like, I'm like, oh.
That's what I told. I say she looks better now than she did in Fast and Furious. She was too thin to me.
Oh yeah, that's the first thing on a lot of people's mind was she was way too thin.
I think she looks
She
good
had
as
a
one
gorgeous. Oh yeah, she looked. Gorgeous. She actually put on some fitness for
Yeah.
the role and everything back then. But back then, she was gorgeous face, but she was.
It's a thing about comic books and movies. Comic books, you can draw a character any way you want, any way you want. You can imagine. So you can imagine to be anything big as you want, strong as you want, small as you want. But when you come to casting in movies, you got to remember that not everybody can fit the mold. Not every person who fits the mold fits the role.
Yeah.
So that's what they said about the director for Thor Ragnarok. That's what he said about the role for Valkyrie, because they cast I think she's African American or something. She's not Caucasian.
Yeah.
Jeezy had a problem. He's like, she's not Caucasian, but he's had a problem with all of them.
All of them. Yeah, the Asian and the.
Right, but he said she's not Caucasian because Valkyrie was a defender. She was blonde hair, and I'm like, well, the director said, he goes, she was a better actress for the role, for the part. He goes, that's why I cast her. He goes, it had nothing to do with her, being her. It was her looks. It was just the fact she was the better actress.
Yeah.
So I was like, it comes down to that sometimes. It's the better actor won the part. Always.
Yeah. So
Except for Anakin Skywalker.
there you got it. Well, we are way over our time. So before we wrap it up, any last words?
Hey, the direct edition's back. We're trying to get back in that zone. We won't say fell off and everything, but our schedule got a little rocky.
Life gets in the way sometimes.
Exactly, but we're coming back. The contest, IG,
contest.
Facebook.
Oh yeah, you do this, sir. You do the honors. All right, I'll hold it up
This
right.
way.
That way, that way you gotta be seen holding it.
I don't mind. It's Wonder Woman.
The contest. We threw this up earlier today. Wonder Woman. We're just gonna pick a winner next Friday, June 16th. So go to the Direct Edition Facebook page, like, share, comment. Those are the ways you get entered to win. You get an entry for each one. So the more you like, share, comment, the more entries you get. So, and of course, we taking that. We're gonna fill it up with Wonder Woman swag. You see the bag, you don't see the swag. Oh shit! What?
What? Get this man a beat.
Spit hot fire.
Get this man a beat. So, you know, we're coming back strong.
Yeah.
It's summertime, so get out there, watch a movie, read a book, read something that you're not used to reading. Because I picked up something called The Revenant, based off of a recommendation.
Off of the movie?
The movie that they're doing? Yeah.
No, the movie that Leonardo DiCaprio did.
No, there's another movie. No, there's.
What's that called? The Revenant? With him and the bear?
I can't remember. You know what? Next time I'll tell you what it is. But I picked up an indie book. A lot of fans are happy because the book's being made into a movie. So it's out of my range. I usually just stick with mainstream. So
there was some. I glanced over an article that Mark Wahlberg was creating a comic to get it made into a film. So I have to go back and find that article, see what it was about. I just glossed over it, but the word is out there. Other than that,
that's all I got.
Wicked.
You got any last words? Or?
I'm just I went first.
So you came back to him.
Gave your last words first.
Give my last words again, or my last words.
Well, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you. Like you said, be sure to keep checking us out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch.
Shout out to our brothers.
Yes.
Dirty C Juicy, Do Work.
Link IB, thanks for tuning in. Link always hypes us up.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta give him
Link.
a shout out. Link always hypes us up, no matter what we do.
The other yellow brother.
And
So-
you know, hey,
That shit was so funny.
Hey, thanks for following us, and a big shout out to the queens of our life that help tolerate our nerdist, our
Yes, sir.
collectings and stuff.
The show.
Mrs. Moneypenny, CJ, Shogun, Queen Mendolina, Care Bear, everybody, just love y'all.
You damn right. But other than that,
Deuces.
deuces.